Now, a group of students from Montfort University have just returned from a trip to Gambia. They went out there as part of a project run by Global Hands, which is an enterprise here which wants to share skills around the world. They've already done some pioneering work to improve lives in the African country. Well, tell us a bit more about their visit to Gambia is the Director of International Development for Global Hands, Ayola Hanley, and she's joined by Genevieve Brown. Now, I have to say, Ayola, that we've spoken before. In fact, just before, I think you were going out to go and get your malaria jabs when we last spoke.
Yes, it was about 3 days before we left.
So how long ago is that?
It was on the 6th of January, and then we came back on the 18th. Basically got home on the 18th, yeah.
Now, and Genevieve, I was slightly perplexed because you've just come into the studio with suitcases, and I thought they've not just got off a flight, surely.
No, I wish I was on my way back there, but no, I'm returning back to Birmingham straight after this. So
listen, what was your role in it all?
Well, I'm a student from Montfort University. I'm in second year of my nursing course, specialising in mental health, and I got involved with Global Hands around last summer, just getting involved in the fundraising events. And yeah, getting all ready to go to Gambia.
Was it your first trip?
It was my first trip with Global Hands to Gambia, yeah.
And what was it like?
It was inspirational. I think I can't even put into words really how the time we had there, but it was a big culture shock. But we had the best time there. It was so inspiring.
When we spoke before, you said to me along the lines of, I want this to inspire people, change their lives, make them think differently. It seems to have worked.
You know what? We've just had a presentation of our trip at Montfort University for the launch of DMU Global. And the students, we had about 10 students there that had come on the trip, and they were all speaking about their experience there and how it had changed them and they won't be the same again, and it was just amazing to see. And I think we bonded so much while we were there, so it was all like a bit of a family reunion. We've been back for about a week, but everyone was so happy to be back together and talking about the experience and how they're all ready to go back. So yeah, I think it was good.
I mean, Genevieve, it's worth pointing out, isn't it, that this wasn't just like some sort of superannuated holiday. You went out and worked, and you worked hard. What did you have to do?
Well, we spent a couple of days in the village of Mandwa, which is primarily where Global Hands is based in the Gambia. There we were building a development hub, and the main purpose of it was to give children and adults opportunities to further their education and skills in life, so they can have something to aspire to and sort of fulfil their dreams. And then once it's completed, we're having an IT lab set up there, skills room, dormitories, kitchen facilities, and we were hoping to get some skills in like carpentry, hairdressing, where it can empower children, women, and even, young men to go out and do what they want to do in life.
Ayola, this all stems from you visiting Gambia almost, I was going to say by accident. You don't just visit by accident, but it was a series of events that happened in your life that ended up with you out there, and it was a life-changing experience for you. Going back out there, was it everything that you wanted it to be?
I think I mentioned this last time, that every time I go, and the reason why I go back is because every time is different. This time we had such a big group of students, so the dynamics were very different, and I was in a different role, like capacity myself, so it was nice to share the responsibilities with the students and see them owning the experience and just growing as well themselves while they were there through the experiences we were having. And each day we would try and make time for a group reflection, and also they were doing individual reflection. So we weren't just out there doing what we were doing. We had the time to reflect back on it and plan for the future, what we would do the next time. And so this trip was very different again this time.
And Genevieve, if there was one thing that now you've been back for a week or so, whatever it is, and you've had a chance to reflect, what would be the one experience, smell or sight or whatever that distills your visit into one little nugget? What would it be?
For me, I'd probably have to say that it was our trips to Mandwa. I feel as if perhaps we could have spent a bit more time there. I think going there, it all seems so surreal now. It was a massive culture shock, and they lived their lives completely different to us, but that memory will stay with me forever, and I want to help there as much as I can and hopefully go back a fair few more times in the future. I've made a lot of friends there already. So.
And is Global Hands planning to go out again?
Yes, we are. We will be going back. Just today we've had pages and pages of people interested in going on our next trip. The next one is scheduled for June, and I'm sure there will be many more. So we're kind
Will you be
of
going
supplying
back?
to demand. Yes, I will. I think I will. Yes.
You've got a job of your dreams, actually, haven't you?
I have. I'm like living the dream, Ben.
Well, keep in touch and let us know when you're off again next time.
Okay, will do.
Thanks ever so much. Ayala Hanley from the Leicester-based organisation Global Hands, and Genevieve Brown, thanks for joining us this afternoon, and thanks and congratulations on having an amazing time and coming back safely.
Thank you very much.